We're back at it again, guys.
Duck Luck in the building.
And, I don't have a name. Me in the building, too.
Yep. All right, guys. So, I know it's been a long week since we last put it, but there has been some great games that's been going on. So, I want to first start off with men's and women's soccer with Pacific Union.
Yeah, it's a real place. So we'll cut over to that right now, where Duck Luck is. You're not Duck Luck, you're Elijah. Duck Luck's report. Wait, yeah, Duck Luck's reporting, I think.
Yeah.
Sure. We'll see you there.
All right, guys, it is right now 1:50. We are at the girls' soccer game. The pressure is hot from Pacific Union. The pressure has been all on this side. Wrong side, all on this side. We're about to switch over different sides. Yeah, both teams are evenly matched. Definitely a lot of shots, a lot of saves been going on. Weather is about 90 degrees out. I was wrong. Weather is about 80 degrees out, but I really don't believe that because my skin is burning. So, but yeah, let's see what happens today.
Okay, well, that soccer game was a pretty great one to watch. What were you guys' thoughts on that one?
Pacific Union, they definitely the goalie was definitely going crazy on it. Definitely
had a lot of shots.
Definitely a lot of shots blocked by the goalie. I think 4 in total. Definitely helping Pacific, but like they couldn't get to like the other side. We definitely had them on the ropes pretty much the whole time.
Yeah.
Looking over the stats, they didn't have a lot of shots on the goal. Actually, they didn't have none.
Yeah, I did notice at the beginning the game was on our side for quite a bit.
Definitely.
It definitely shifted over, and we ended up getting to their side, making more shots on them. And I don't think it was too much of a competition. I mean, it was a competition, but not that much.
I think it's safe to say in the beginning it could go either way, but toward the end it kind of was sealed that the Bobcats were gonna take the goal.
I think the other team was just getting tired a lot faster. It's that.
Yeah, I mean, think of how many more players UC Merced Bobcats.
Exactly. I think they only had
more players too was pretty helpful. You can
because they were able to do
substitutions.
Oh no, they only had like 6 subs, even with the guys.
Yeah.
No, yeah, the guys and girls for the Pioneers. I know that's not their school name, but that's their mascot name. Like they just didn't have enough people to compete.
Yeah. I think they definitely had it in the first half, but like we've been saying, the second half is just
the results were the results.
Yeah, they had no Gatorade.
That endurance bit is super important in soccer because you might have it in the first bit. But once you get to that second half, if one team gets tired faster than the other, they don't got it no more. And I think a big part of that was that we had a lot more people. They were kind of short on fresh legs.
Definitely.
They were, but you know one thing I do want to comment on, something that really helped with Merced was the first half we were talking about how it could go either way. Merced, I noticed, really did tighten up toward the end of the first half, and then the second half they just said we're tightening up, and then I noticed they worked together a lot more efficiently. And
the first
Pioneers half, they got a little tired and weren't able to keep up. Yeah. But also I think the Bobcats just took it a little more seriously toward the latter half of the game because they knew that it was going either way, but they wanted to seal it. And that's what they
definitely
did.
Yeah, that first half was just our warm up. But that's about all the time we have for this voiceover podcast thing. And I guess we're going to switch over to Elijah interviewing one of the players on the team.
All right, guys, so women's games just ended. We're here with Trini, one of the hot scorers for today and scoring like all this past week. So game just ended. What are your thoughts?
Really excited. We're going into 2 rough games this weekend in Arizona, so I'm glad we are 6-0 with a clean sheet. So looking forward with all the momentum that we have.
Like that. And I know the first half, the pressure was like really hot coming in.
Yeah. It was definitely, we knew that right off the bat in the second half we needed to come in and score and get the momentum to our side, because this is a tough team. They were going to battle to the end, so we really needed to cut their hope down a little bit. That way we feel a little less pressured in the second half.
All right. Well, thank you. This has been Trini, number 15, high scorer, scoring like every single game, bro. See y'all next week.
Okay, well, the men's soccer game, this was
quite a game. I mean,
yeah, first minute and a half, in the first 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes, the other team scored. And I think that one, it wasn't that they were super good or anything. I think that was a slip up on our team's part. We were not prepared for that. But we definitely caught up in the rest of the game by quite a bit.
No, I would agree. In the first half, it could go either way, because I believe in the first half it was about 1-1 toward the end, correct? Or 1-2?
Yeah, something. Yeah,
it was close.
They had 1 point. We had gotten a point or two.
But no, I remember it being close to me, and very similar to the women's game. The only difference was the men, I would say, on both sides went out a lot more aggressive from the get-go. Yeah. But in the second half, UC Merced Bobcats really tightened up their plans and worked together, and then they ended up winning by 4 points. 6-2 was that the final score?
6-1, I think.
6-1?
Yeah,
I thought I had it in my head was 6-2.
And I think the other team only managed to get 4 shots on our goal in total.
Ooh.
One of those being the ones we made. We got something like 26, made 6 points. So we were definitely playing on their side a whole lot more.
No, definitely, and it was a really solid game to watch, though. I don't watch many soccer games, but of the ones I watched, that one was really aggressive and really good, and it was definitely a good day to be a Bobcat. What I am going to say on that one.
That one was a pretty fun one to watch.
And the thing is, one of the biggest things in soccer is whoever makes their first goal usually sets the pace for the game. Because soccer games are typically usually 1-0 or 0-1.
They're usually super tight.
Yeah,
exactly. So for them to score,
that was crazy. Yeah,
for them to score that fast, it was just honestly, I didn't even expect it.
Yeah. No, it really set the tone for an aggressive game, and that is what we saw, an aggressive game. And Pioneers put up a fight, but at the end of the day, the Bobcats, what they did is they really tightened up their strategy, worked together, and they really worked on getting the ball just to the goals. It's not that the other team didn't do that, they just didn't do it as quickly or as fast. You notice how the guys got really tired, especially number 19, remember?
Definitely.
Yep. So, no, Bobcats between strategy, defense, just working together really managed to pull off that win of 6-1, so 5-point lead, and that was really impressive.
I just want to give a quick honorable mention to the back-to-back goals.
Oh yeah.
That was awesome.
That was definitely something, and I think that sort of put us in a good lead. And once you're
it also got everyone riled up.
Yeah, once you're pretty far ahead of someone in points, I think that goal was both a motivator for our team and also something that sort of shocked the other team. When someone's too many goals ahead of you, you might feel like it's not worth the battle as much, and you might not put in as much effort. I do
like their fighting effort. That I will say that they definitely didn't give up, even though they did have less guys. And same thing, like I said with the girls, they just don't have a lot of people on the team. But I definitely like how Pacific Union, they still went up against our guys, still managed to at least put up some points.
Yeah, they gave us some competition, so.
They did. One thing, props to them on being good sports about it, because they just went out and competed, and whether or not they knew they were going to win, they fought till the very end, and full props to them on that one, because not every school does that, and it's always really good to do that. And I think they really did a good job being good sports and also just competing for the love of the sport. So I do want to give a shout out to them for that.
Yeah. I think that Pacific Union was a great team to go against. I think they were good competition for us. Even if we won by 5 points, I think that they still gave us something to play against.
100% agree. And that really good soccer match, and can't wait to see what the rest of how the rest of the season goes for the UC Merced Bobcats and soccer for men's and women's.
Yeah, and that was it. That was great. I think that they can, if they keep this up, they can go do something similar again, getting that practice in through their games, getting some practice going against someone who's maybe pretty tough. Maybe they're not a whole lot better than them, so they're not having trouble keeping up, but also not super easy, so it's not much of a challenge. I think getting in that golden zone is something that's going to be pretty helpful for any team to succeed.
No, 100%. And never forget this. Meets and games, whether it's cross country, tennis, soccer, basketball, football, games and meets are your best workouts. So definitely agree with you on that one, and we look forward to seeing how the rest of the competition fares against Bobcats, but also how the Bobcats fare against them. And let's see what they can do between conference and national.
Yeah, and I think they had a game recently, did they, against Benedictine?
Yeah, oh yeah. So the score was 1-1. I haven't looked at the stats just yet. Yeah. But for them to go 1-1, I'm pretty sure it was a hard game. I want to say Benedictine scored first, and then I'm pretty sure we scored second.
Pulled that into a tie, yeah.
Yeah, to pull that into a tie.
Shows that we can make a comeback, just like in this game. We made a comeback in the most recent game, which you'll see in the next episode probably, maybe a mention of it. We weren't able to, since it was an away game, we couldn't record it or anything. But we'll definitely talk about it a bit.
Yep.
No, for sure.
Also, I want to give a quick shout out to Daniel Borgs, I believe that's his last name, for getting a Calpac Player of the Week.
Oh, you got it? Congrats to him.
That's amazing, yeah.
And then along with the Trinidad, I believe for having the most scores in the nation right now.
Oh, shit.
In the nation?
Yeah, in the nation.
For NAA, right?
I don't know. I just know she's number one in something.
Yeah, we got the pleasure of interviewing her. And we also interviewed Daniel in the last episode. If you haven't watched that, then you should definitely go check it out. We'll put a card right here, if I remember to.
It's always about if you remember.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe there will be one, maybe there won't. But if not, you can just click on our channel, go into there. There's a short of it. It's also in the last episode. Maybe
Don't forget, it's also on the Instagram.
It's on the Instagram too. So if you're listening to this on Spotify or something, you could go check that out on YouTube or Instagram. If you're on YouTube, probably easier to stay on YouTube. If you're on Instagram, you're not, because we're not putting this part on Instagram. But
oh yeah, not this part. Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, so definitely check that one out. But that's it for now. Well, you're gonna see another great interview now.
All right, guys, the men's games just ended. Score is a crazy 6-1. I'm here with Josh today, and how'd the first half go?
It was a little rocky to start. We definitely came out a little bit slow. They got the better of us really early on, but the boys came back. Brought it to 1-1, 2-1. We just did really well as a team. And then second half, you saw we were just firing on all cylinders, right? Yeah.
How you feel about that back-to-back score?
Oh, dude, that felt great. I needed that. I'm not even gonna lie, but yeah, 2 goals. To finish it off. Really good home win. Really feeling good for me. Feeling confident, and that's all there is to it.
Right. How do you feel that you guys got 6-1 today?
Yeah. No, that was a really good score. You could see. With the 21 shots, 6-1.
Crazy, man.
It was great attacking. Like I said, everyone's firing on all cylinders, playing as a team real well, and that's what will happen when we're playing like that, man.
All right, man. We're gonna see these guys next week, I believe. Benedictine, however you say that name, and we'll see you guys there. Thank you, man.
Yep. Have a good one.
Okay.
All right, we good?
Action. Yeah.
Okay, so guys, this here is Noah. Noah, say hi.
What's up?
All right, so he was one of the scorekeepers during this game. Noah, 1, did the game come out the way you predicted? 2, were you happy with the way the UC Merced Bobcats played? Go.
Yeah, I definitely would say I figured the games kind of played out the way that I predicted. Usually PUC in the past isn't always the best team, but I think they're definitely a little bit more solid this year compared to years past.
Oh, I was wondering if Princeton was gonna win when it was already when they scored in the first 2 minutes and it was 1-1. So
yeah.
I was personally shocked, but that's why you're
Yeah.
scorekeeper and I'm not.
And then what was the second question again?
Were you just overall happy with the way the UC Merced Bobcats performed?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely was really, the one thing that kind of shocked me was just the men's team getting scored in the first 90 seconds because that was really out of character for them. But obviously you saw in the end, they laid the hammer down. Yeah, they laid the hammer down.
Being by 5.
Which, yeah, that's a statement. So, but yeah, overall I would say I'm pretty it was pretty dope to watch the way they played, especially with Goalka and his 2 headers, and he almost got a hat trick with only being in the game for 15-20 minutes towards the end of the second half. And I
No,
think
agreed.
that was hella dope to watch.
No, it sure was. Well, thank you for your time. We had a great time watching it, and otherwise, go Bobcats.
Wow, what a great soccer game from both the women's and men's soccer teams.
Yeah, it was a crazy game. With scoring 6-1 and the women scoring, I believe, 2-0. I believe. Yeah, 2-0.
Yeah, crazy game.
Yeah, bro, Trinidad was going crazy, bro.
Luckily, we got that interview.
Oh yeah,
That was great. But now it's time for a commercial break. So I thought that today, instead of doing a commercial, I could shout out all the different platforms that we're on. So we're on YouTube. If you're watching this, that's probably where you're coming from. And on there, we post these episodes with video. And we also post some clips, short game clips, and interview clips as well. On our Instagram, we post those same game clips and interview clips, but also we'll be posting any updates on like upcoming dates, things like that. We also have our podcast on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and some others. You can find that all in our link tree. I'll put that in the description below or above or wherever it is to the side. And on our podcast listening only, we plan to put some exclusive podcast content. So if you want to keep up to date with everything we're doing, make sure that you follow us on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow or subscribe on Spotify or any of the other places we have our podcast. Back to the host now. Wow, what a great commercial from our very own commercial person. So now we're going to get into the women's volleyball game that we had on the 22nd of September. It was a great game, super close, but I don't need to talk about that. You're going to see it in 3, 2, 1. Hello, we're live from the volleyball area. I don't know what this place is called, the basketball field. But anyway, we're here live at the volleyball game, and we're going to see how this goes. It's the Bobcats versus the Simpsons, and I'm excited to see what we got here. Also, Elijah is gone, so he will not be reporting today, so we have a guest interviewer.
Oh, we're going? Okay. So, but yeah, this year's volleyball game. Draven, real quick, give us the background. Who are they going against? Are they in our conference, or are they just another NAIA school, or like tell me a little bit.
No, honestly, I got no idea. But they were against the Simpsons.
The Simpsons, the animated sitcom.
The yellow guys, you know. Now they were against Simpson, which I believe is a school name, and.
Well, Samson.
It's Samson. It's definitely Simpson, I think.
Anyways, besides the name, they were a rival.
Yeah,
did they beat them?
Honestly, so here's sort of how the start went. We started off, relatively strong. We beat them by a number of points. It wasn't anything like mega massive, but
all right.
It was
so
like
UC Merced took the first set.
Yeah, so we took the first set, 7-point lead. And we were kind of on a roll, but then it got rough in the next one. Second set, we still won, but we could definitely tell that gap was closing. We won by like 3 points. I think it was it was pretty close the entire game for that set. Okay. So we were close in points, but we managed to beat them. Now in the third and fourth sets, that's where we sort of slipped.
All right,
so third set,
Simpson took those two.
Yeah, Simpson took the third set by 4 points.
Oh, man.
And then the fourth set, they took that one too. That was pretty rough. But so we went into the fifth set for that.
And real quick, maybe I should let it build up, but I want to know the answer. Did Merced win? Yes or no?
We did.
Okay, so they pulled it out. That's
we
really
pulled
good.
It off. It got pretty close. So in the fifth set, I'm not like a super person who watches volleyball all the time. This was like my third game that I've watched. But basically how I think it works is in that tie-breaking set, you have to go over your opponent's score by 2 points. So they didn't go to 25 like in the other sets, but once they got a 2-point lead, then they won that set. So we were like neck and neck. We were like 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. We were going up like a ladder. I don't know.
Man, that's crazy. I remember watching the last volleyball game. Remember how tight it got at the fourth set?
Definitely.
So was it something like that?
It was pretty much like that. Yeah. So we took the first 2 sets. They took the second 2 sets. So I wasn't too sure. That gap was kind of growing. So I wasn't too optimistic about us winning that set because it did seem like we were slipping. But they pulled it together, definitely. And you could see that it was super close, but in the end we got that point. We got that second point. We were keeping up with them, which we hadn't been in the past 2 sets, and we managed to take the W.
That's really good. That really shows the soccer did this, both men and women. Now women's volleyball did this. It shows that the Bobcats, they're never going to let anything stop them, okay? It doesn't matter if they're doing good in the beginning, they kind of have to struggle, or it's a tie in the beginning, then they got to kind of tighten up. It shows that the UC Merced Bobcats know how to really tighten up and then go for it, and that's evident in how they've played in men and women's soccer.
Definitely.
And then just this volleyball game. Now, obviously, both sports are different, but the team dynamic is still the same. You all got to work with your team to, in this case, score the ball in different ways. In volleyball, over the net. In soccer, into the net. But no, really good props to the Merced Bobcats for really going for it and taking that win. But man, that is great. I really wish I could have gotten that. It shows
how tough they are getting through. They had a pretty good start, but getting through the struggle of just sticking with it. I think that's what in the soccer game was the big thing. But also I want to give a quick mention to this. As you can see, there was a halftime show.
They have halftime shows in volleyball?
Yeah, it's for Hispanic Heritage Month.
Oh, okay.
I'm not really sure who the dancers are. I forget what club. Actually, no. I forget what club they're part of. I just know why they're part of it.
Okay, that makes sense.
That was pretty interesting to watch. But back to the game, and them getting through that struggle, sort of like how soccer did. The opposing soccer team, they were sort of fighting through that battle, giving us some competition. We were giving the other team some competition, and it was pretty much tied up. It could have gone either way. I think the other team, they could have taken it just as easily as we could have. I think that both of us were working pretty hard. I think both teams need some mad props for that.
Well, good on both ends. Here, let me ask you something. Since you were a spectator there, and I know you're not an expert in volleyball, but right now you're the most expert we got besides Elijah here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you this: what do you think? Because you just said yourself, the dub could have gone to either one. What do you think made the Bobcats take it?
Honestly,
what was the one little difference?
A bit of it could have been luck, but honestly, I think because looking at how the other team, the Simpsons, were they were pretty like a good margin above us in the third and fourth sets.
Okay.
Us being able to keep up in that last set, keeping it neck and neck, and then also managing to get those 2 extra points really showed that the team pulled it together. They were able to say, okay, we've been having a rough 2 sets, but we're gonna turn this around in the final one.
And I wanna say that I believe they went to set 5 again like a week or 2 ago. So I definitely think that has something to do with it, because I doubt they wanted to go in set 5. And
based on how the last volleyball game we watched, it looked like no one wanted to go into the set 5.
Oh yeah.
Not even the other team, and that would have been a chance for them to win.
They were definitely playing really good. I think also an honorable mention to Alexa, who was
with an impressive 19
destroying.
Kills.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then I believe, who else was it? It was Sarah. Yeah. Sarah Riley with 13 kills. Jeez. And
that was amazing.
oh yeah, that many.
But yeah, we got some. I think I got some clips in here, some great spikes, and we actually got an interview from Alexa, as you're gonna see right about now.
You guys had that third and fourth set, bro. How'd you guys manage to come back?
Well, we were really trying to win for each other and our team. We had our crowd supporting us, and they were able to push us through.
What lesson do you take away from this game and you bring it on to the next game?
We need to finish it in 3. We were able to hold them down the first 2 games, but we need to execute that 3rd game instead of waiting till the 5th.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Wow, what a lovely volleyball game. I thought that was a pretty strong effort. We took the W, which was nice, but you already heard that all from past or future or present us.
One of the biggest things, like I said, Gatorade was needed. Gatorade is definitely needed.
Yeah, so now we'll go on to the cross country. We had a meet, or well, we meaning everyone but me, but there's a meet at Masters University, and that was in Santa Clarita.
Is that Central Park, buddy?
Oh.
Yeah, you got that.
Cut that part out. We're not cutting that part out.
This is Duckla, coordinator for UC Athletic News.
Oh my gosh.
We're out here running the A, bro. We got some news looking at the course. We are like Central Park, whatever his name is, Santa Clarita, bro. Yeah, we like right by such trash, bro. So like, I kind of go right in on some rides, bro. Yeah, we see you guys tomorrow.
Nice.
Hello again. We're back with a voiceover, and this time it's cross country. And Elijah was there. I wasn't there, but
yeah,
I've seen the clips. Bro. Yeah, our sport. So we're experts.
Are we?
As much of experts as we can be. But yeah, that one looked like a pretty solid race from the guys. Our top 5 placed in the top 100 in that meet. It's a pretty big meet.
Yeah, I believe it was 270 some people at least.
Yeah, but we were 10th overall in the meet, and I just want to mention all our people, what times they got. So first coming in was Jonathan with 24:39.2. He was 15th place overall, and second came in was Sharvin at 25:33.7. Noah 26:05.1, Alberto 26:11.6, Derek 26:27.2, Josh 26:41.8, Cole 27:54.1, Omar 27:55.0, Aaron 28:17.6, and Elijah over here 33:37.0.
Also want to mention that I believe this is Aaron's first collegiate 8K race, so props to him on going crazy during this race.
Yeah, and well, you're actually here, so how did your race go?
Personally, one of my biggest things were running in the Avantis, so one of the cross country shoes. I think it wasn't the best choice for this course for me personally, because it felt like I was just running barefoot. Yeah. But other than the shoes, I believe one of the hardest parts during the race was there's this dirt part where you kind of just like sink in, like practically it was just dirt. So that definitely would have slowed you down.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was a pretty flat course. One of the funniest parts were the roundabout on it.
Yeah.
When we did the course preview, we're just trying to figure out like why is this randomly added?
Yeah.
I think they added it just for like extra miles, but
yeah, it makes sense. Sometimes you gotta do the laps to get the miles. Yeah. But yeah, and I think that was your first race in the Avantis, right?
No.
Second?
Yeah, I want to say the second. So I'm definitely not used to running in the Avantis.
Yeah, I gotta break those in.
Definitely, but but it's good to keep these in mind, cause I think they're just better for like grass and courses of like more that aren't like flat like that.
Yeah. That looks like a pretty great race overall. We got a lot of good times. Did you PR?
Yeah, PR'd by about 5 seconds. Definitely think my goal is to push 30. Definitely a big accomplishment. I really feel like I can go that myself.
Yeah.
But I'm just not at that level just yet.
Considering you had like a race that was maybe not as good as some of your others, something that where you didn't feel as good, like you could have, if the conditions were right, you could have gone better. Still improving by 5 seconds off of your other races. That's pretty good.
Yeah, definitely still improving. Considering I'm still a sprinter, running with cross country guys is definitely a big leap. Yeah. But training with the guys definitely helps. I'm just gonna get better. Other thing I also want to mention is that we're going against D1 schools. I believe Masters is D1. And I forget who else is D1, but I know there are a lot of D1 schools there. Yeah. So
those schools they got much better facilities, much more
definitely
like resources because of how much money they got coming in, how big their schools are.
But the thing is, we still,
did pretty good.
Yeah. What did we place?
We placed 10th overall. So
yeah, we definitely got some on the D1 schools that they don't got on us.
Yeah.
I believe the team average was around 24.
24. That's pretty good. Is it? Are you sure?
Double check on that.
Well, we should check that, but our team was doing pretty good in that, and yeah, we had Jonathan went 24:39, so he dropped below 25 in that. So I'd say that's a pretty good time. We gotta close some gaps, I think, and then we're gonna be a pretty tight team. But yeah, according to this thing here, which is my big list of
results,
we've got one second. So we placed pretty good. I can't find it, but we that top 5 in the top 100 that's pretty good.
Another thing I want to mention is excuse me, kind of how the course went. So starting out, it's like really tight. So you pretty much got your starting line, and you have to beeline to this bridge. And the thing about that bridge is like, it's not very big. Like, it's mainly only can fit about like 3 or 4 people.
Now the girls race, we just talked about the guys race. The girls race did pretty good as well. They got 12th overall, and the top 2 placed in the top 100. And I'm gonna just read off the times real quick of all our people racing. So Ellie came in first at 22:46.4. Next was Jada at 23:52.4. Then Bree at 25:14.4. Berlin 25:22.9. Ange at 25:53.3. Kaylee 26:00.6. Jalen at 26:18.2. Emily at 26:46.9. Kasha at 27:25.3, and Cynthia at 29:24.0. So yeah, they put in a solid effort. Do you know how long their race was?
They were going a 6K. 6K. So that's only about 3 loops around the course.
You guys did 4 or?
Yeah, we did 4 loops. They did 3.
Okay, yeah. So they still got some good loops in there, and I'd say that they placed pretty good. The spread between the top 5 times, it says here, was 2 minutes and 3 seconds, which is pretty tight. Like, there was only 2 minutes between I think for the guys it was like 2 minutes and 8 seconds or something. And yeah, we got 319 points. This top school though got 33 points. That's
Holy
pretty
smokes.
low. They went 3, 4, 7, 9, 10, 14, 21. Us on the other hand, we went 33, 55, 73, 76, 82, 84, 89. So yeah, we got. I'd say our back end is looking pretty tight. We've got a good group there, but the tail needs to start catching the head, and we'll start doing good. But yeah, we were still against like D1 schools, so
yeah,
still
definitely
impressive that we placed 12 out of 16.
This is also like a really fast course. So me personally, while I was racing there, my aerobic was just like going all out of whack. I went like a 5:50 something the first mile, which was not actually, it was crazy because I looked at my watch, it said 4-minute pace. I'm like, I should not be going 4-minute pace right now. And then I look at my watch again, 5:50. I'm like, why am I going this pace? This is not where I mean, no, don't get me wrong. It's nice to go that pace, but I should not be at that pace at my for this race.
Yeah, learning that restraint in the beginning, getting like out in the like not trying to not get stuck behind people in the beginning, but also
that's also one of the hardest.
Trying to keep it calm. Yeah.
Because one of the biggest things about this race specifically, I believe Nick was talking about it, is that they kind of changed where the starting was. So I'm not sure if it's I'm not sure if it's the start was changed, but for us, so you come in wide, then come in narrow, and that's only fitting about like 3 or 4 people in there.
Yeah.
So for us guys race. There was a lot of pushing. Luckily, no one fell, so we didn't have to restart. But
yeah,
there was a lot of pushing, and honestly, I don't even know what it's like for the girls.
Yeah,
because girls, they can be mean.
Yeah, definitely. That's one thing that I've struggled with the most in races. Just getting out in the beginning requires you probably got that speed. You can get out there, but then what you got to learn to do is just back off it.
Yeah, definitely. One of my biggest things is just pacing. So.
You'll learn that over time.
Yeah, my paces fluctuate way too much. That's why I like to wear a watch like all the time.
Yeah, and you guys were watching the girls race too?
Yeah, we did. Ellie was flying.
Yeah, she was flying. From these clips I'm watching, she like right here, right now in this clip. Oh, she just passed. She looked like she was flying in there.
Yeah, and definitely for the first loop, we saw Jada as well. Berlin, they're keeping a pretty tight pack at the start. They're looking like really smooth out there. I gotta emphasize that.
Yeah, they looked great, and the guys looked great too. I think that was a pretty solid race for us. And as you've said, we've got like 3 more weeks until the next race, which is
Bronco.
Pretty big gap. So getting that training in. Getting more work in before the next race. Hopefully by then I'm not injured anymore. My knee pain goes away. I can get some training in hopefully. But coming up soon, we're going to get to reporter Duckluck reporting.
This is Duckluck reporting here with Javelin. We had a crazy race today. Legs hurt, but hey, we're all good. We got some good times today. I think some people PR'd. This course, personally...
At the light, turn left onto Magic Mountain Parkway.
But hey, next week, we got 3 weeks, I think, so we're saying, right?
Yeah, 3 weeks till Bronco.
Yes, dang.
Well, either way,
Oh yeah. Definitely have fun.
Wow, that cross-country game was pretty fun. But we have...
a special guest!
Come right here, special guest.
Whoa! What up, y'all?
Is that Javelin?
That's Javelin TV.
Yeah.
From the famous.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm very famous.
That.
Nice to see you. But it's always, okay. It's always it's always good to see such lovely, enthusiastic young fans. Even though I'm only 2 years older. But what can I do y'all for?
So we got a little summary of what went down during the cross country race.
Okay. So you want a summary of like how the team did, how I did? What do you want?
Just like a general what happened during the race.
Like you got 3 seconds. 2.
Okay. Hold on.
Okay, get out of here.
Okay.
Well, next up we've got the weather. Guys, today I made a crack in the code, the matrix of the weather. I think we can finally predict the weather. We can predict the cycle of everything. Get out of the way! This is right here. I have right out here on this sheet of paper exactly the weather for this next week. It'll come true. If it doesn't, I don't know. We gotta develop this method. Okay, Sunday we're gonna be 53 lows, 86 highs. Monday, 54 lows, 82 highs. Tuesday, 55 lows, 82 highs. Wednesday, 56 low, 83 highs. You see, we're cracking the matrix which surrounds the entire ecosystem. We can figure out the weather patterns based on trajectory of wind and the solar heating. Thursday, 55 to 84. Friday, 55 to 82. Saturday, 55 to 71. And Sunday, 52 to 73. We cracked it. By golly.
Breaking news! Artichokes escapes jail again.
It's so sad. Morbid, I'm crying.
No, that man just keeps on out of jail again.
Yeah, and it seems that the police officer that was chasing him ran into a wall and died. So we'll cut to that clip now. Okay. We're back from the morbid scene of the crime where Artichokes escapes jail and morbidly kills an officer. Let's take a moment of silence for that officer. Okay, we're done. Now it's time for upcoming dates.
Alright guys, so I got you today with actually first I want to give a brief summary of all the games that went down the past week. So Pacific Union 6-1 with the women's going 2-1. I know I already said it, but I'm going to say it again. And then Bendick 9 going 1-1 in men's soccer. Now this is a tie game, and women's also went 3-0, which is again they're smoking them. Women's volleyball going 3-2 against Pacific again, and then men's water polo going 11-10 against I think like Fresno's something. I don't remember. Wait, no, that's not those. Wait, I don't know. They went against someone. They went 11-10, which is very good since we won. And going to the upcoming games. So this Sunday, today, we have men's water polo going against Cal Marine Time. That sounds like a thing from Shark and Ziggle.
Cal?
Woo!
Marine.
And then also going against Westcliff is they're also going against Westcliff, I believe later today against Vallejo. And then also today is soccer, men's and women's are going against Embry-Riddle. This Thursday we have women's volleyball going against, I believe, Pacific Union again. We got a lot of Pacific Union, bro. Anyways, this Friday we have men's water polo going against, this is a Turi, so it's going to be the Gary Troyer tournament.
Ghirardelli?
And they'll be going against 4 opponents, and that will be through Sunday, going through Monday, which is, Friday going through Saturday. I've got it. That's not today. The 29th to the 30th, along with women's volleyball playing a back-to-back game with I forgot who they are. I think it's Embry-Riddle. Yeah. And then men's and women's soccer are going against Park Gilbert University or Park University Gilbert.
Okay.
And that's it for today, guys. We'll now cut to the weatherman.
We already did that. It's now sign-off time. So, we will see you in the next episode. Over now. Goodbye. See you.
Toodaloo!
Why are you still here? Go away. Hello? Am I alone in this world?
My kids.
I wear your granddad's clothes, da-da. I look incredible, da-da. Look at me in that big old coat. Hey, he wears your granddad's clothes. I do. He looks incredible. Thank you. Wow.